This is living with unhinged flatmates in my 20s in London. And there was 3 of them in a succession.
Hey everyone, it's me, Lizzy Hoo. I'm a comedian, writer, and your friendly guide through life's funny, awkward, and downright please let the ground swallow me whole moments. So if you're looking for some perspective and, of course, a laugh, I'm a comedian. To help you feel better about the chaos of life, you're in the right place. This is The Lizzy Hoo Show. Today's guest is my first return guest. It's none other than resident baddie, Jake Howie. We love Jake Howie. Oh my gosh. You might have seen some of his content online recently. He does this baddie face where he kind of like squints his face. And he's going off online. I always knew he was funny though. That's why we got him on last season. He's from New Zealand, lives in Sydney. Very funny comedian. He does a story of little Jake, fresh eyes, innocent, going to London from Auckland to make it in the big bad city. But unfortunately, he ends up living with not 1, but 3 consecutively terrible housemates. And I know we've all got our bad housemate stories. We've all got them. Oh, they never did the dishes, blah, 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 blah. Jake's all 3 of them will beat any of yours, I promise. Please enjoy Jake Howie. I know you will. And find him online because he's killing it. Jake Howie!
Ah! I'm screaming.
Welcome back. Different name though.
I know,
Different
my
haircut.
God.
It's called The Lizzy Hoo Show.
Season 2.
You were my first return guest.
Am I?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a sign that you like me more than everyone else.
Probably.
You're like, we can't confirm or deny, but confirm.
Confirm. No, I love you, obviously.
I love you too.
No, it's so exciting to have you back. For those that did listen to season 1, Situations, former name, you told the amazing story of your Spanish lover.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was his name again?
Nacho.
How did I forget that?
Nacho. Apparently,
Nacho.
I didn't realize this, but Nacho is short for Ignacio. It's kind of like it's kind of like Chris.
Oh, okay.
Christopher, yeah. But Nacho. But the night I met him, I remember being like horny and hungry. Anyway, whatever. You can listen back. Yeah.
Go back and listen to that episode. It's great. But you did bring up the story in your festival show.
I did
this year.
Yeah, I was inspired by that conversation.
Yeah, how good. Yeah. And I remember in the show it was a little bit different, but it wasn't as involved.
Yeah.
You didn't get all the details in the show.
No, I cut bits out and kind of embellished a little bit.
Yeah, I loved it. Such a good show, by the way. Jake Howie burns bridges. Live on stage. And you went through moments in your life where you, I don't know, had been dissed unfairly and then you got your payback.
Yeah. And I think it took me I turned 40 at the beginning of this year. And I was just like, I can't keep on suppressing my anger towards people. And I think it really manifested in that show and it felt cathartic. And actually there's a bit where I get the audience is yelling with me,
good.
which I'm not gonna lie, you went hardcore. And I was like there for it. I was like, let it out, girl. Let it out.
I was there for you the night really, we were there.
In the moment, yeah.
Yeah, it was a smaller show, I would say, but it was mighty.
But you were there. Yeah.
I was there in the front row.
Like going,
with Eloise. I think Eloise was
Eloise.
And then you say the person at the end of the show, you say the person that pissed you off. And then the audience was like, fuck you. Was
yeah.
Fuck
you. Yeah.
Fuck you.
And then it kind of, but it did, you could tell that people were doing it thinking of people and their lives as well. Because I feel like there's a lot of people that we probably should have told to fuck off.
Oh, we all have those people. Yeah, because in the show description, you describe yourself as a former doormat / people pleaser. Yeah. I'm still a bit like that.
I'm still there as well. Yeah. That's such a lie to say former. It's like recovering and falling off the wagon from time to time.
I know. I fall off the wagon all the time. I know. But I'm trying to get better at it.
Yeah.
Boundaries? What a word.
And do you know what?
That only came into our vernacular
I know. And I cringe
recently.
To my hole when I say boundaries because I'm just like, it sounds very Gwyneth Paltrow, goopy, whatever. But it truly is a thing of a boundary can just be being like, you're being a dick right now. Can you please not speak to me like that?
Or I don't want to go to the dinner.
Yeah. Like we would ever say no to a dinner,
I know,
though.
I know.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the
Wouldn't say that.
company, I feel like.
Depends on the cook,
It depends on the
too,
cook.
sometimes.
What restaurant are we talking about? Because
Yes,
some of them I always say yes to, some I don't.
Exactly. But now, like, I wanted to talk about that sort of doormat phase, people pleaser phase that we're still in, really, kind of, maybe aging out of. But now, oh my gosh, you're in your baddie phase.
I am.
I want to talk about baddie. Okay, so Jake has, I reckon, you've found your groove online. Can I say that?
Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah. I'm really happy for you.
Thanks.
Because
Yeah.
like it's a weird thing when you're a comedian because you obviously have to use socials.
Yeah.
And we hate it. I feel
it's
like
the
we
worst.
all hate it.
It's the
Even if
worst.
someone does really well online, guaranteed they hate doing it.
It's annoying, yeah.
But finding your thing online is something that we're all trying to do. Personally, I just like post stand-up and pictures and stuff. But you've found like a character.
Yeah. I get, and it's funny
It's
because
you.
it's me, and it's also like the thing that I'm happy about with it is that it's a character, but it's also kind of, I would say more, this is going to, okay, everyone prepare to cringe.
Okay.
It's,
Cringe is fine.
it's an essence of myself and other people that I think, it's not me being like, I'm, da-da-da. It's actually just kind of like a vibe
Yes.
of like, kind of like making fun of loving yourself, but also it's not a joke.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I love it.
yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah, but you're like everyone's little cheerleader
Yeah.
in this.
I
And,
always like, because I like to comment, it's the coolest people that get it. Like the people that get it are so funny.
Totally. And the people that get it will love you and then come to your shows.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. If
Yeah.
you're listening, please.
Please come to the shows.
Please,
Because
dear
that's why
God.
we have to do the
That's
socials.
why we have to do it. And then it is definitely different. Like doing socials before like this whole baddie thing kicked off and stuff was, I always liked creating little videos, but it felt really like, ugh, because you're just like, okay, how do I hit an algorithm, and it's just like, I don't know, but I think hitting it with something that you actually like doing helps.
Yeah, and you're not being
Yeah.
divisive.
No.
You're not like playing to the algorithm. It's just people have like loved you over the videos
Yeah.
and they keep coming back for more, which
Yeah.
is awesome.
It's really cool.
It's so good. So the baddie videos are like, Jake, give me an example of when.
Well, I can tell you it started actually,
Yes.
because so when we talk about a baddie,
Yeah,
as
what is a
people know-
baddie?
what is a
Because
baddie?
I know my friends would be like, what the fuck is
It's
a
a baddie.
baddie?
I know, and people often ask me, they're like, how do I become more baddie? What's a baddie? I'm like, well, for starters,
This is so
a baddie
millennial.
yeah, it's so millennial. Yeah, like, when is a
All the
baddie?
Gen Zs
And
are
what-
like, ugh.
they're like,
Can you stop
"Ugh."
talking?
I know. But I would say it's like, I think I first learned about the word through hip hop and like rap.
Okay.
They'd be like, like, I'm a bad bitch, you're a baddie, I'm a baddie sort of thing. And I just, I love rap. I love Cardi B. I love Megan Thee Stallion. So it was that. And then I just started doing this little face, and me and my sister have always done it. There was this girl that we went to high school with, whose name I won't say because she's a real person, but she used to always she would stand there, and when she would think people would be looking at her, she would all of a sudden just go and snap into this face, and we'd always giggle. And me and my sister started making fun of it. We'd be like, hey, but it was making fun of it in a way that's like, we all know what it feels like to walk into a room and be like,
Look at
am
me.
I the baddest bitch in the room? Like, I think I might be,
Yes.
like, it's a nice feeling. And so I think it was just that. And then I was at the bus stop one morning and I was wearing a new coat and I was like, everyone's looking at me. And so I did a little video just doing the whole morning.
Oh, so that was it
That
at
was
the
it.
bus stop.
At the bus stop.
And you're like, this is the time.
I'm like, and I was genuinely
Baddie
feeling
was
like
born.
a baddie. Yeah, I was just kind of like,
That's so cool.
I was wearing a Valentino coat.
Ooh, hello.
You guys heard of Valentino? You guys familiar?
Valentino, that's cool. One of my my niece and nephew, one of them called me a baddie once. They saw a photo of me. They're like, wow, you look like a baddie. And I was like, what is that? This is a while ago. I'm familiar now. But they said something the other night that I had to double take on. I was like, what does that mean? They called someone a wass baddie.
I have no idea what that
I
means.
know. I didn't know it.
As in WASS?
I think it's shortened whack ass. So I
Is
don't
that
know.
good?
I don't know. They were like,
Wass
maybe like a
baddie.
crazy baddie?
Maybe it's like
Wass
you're
baddie.
so baddie
Yeah.
that it's whack.
Wass baddie. That's
Wass
what they said. I
baddie.
was like, what? I know what a baddie is, but what is a wass baddie? And they were like, we love that you don't know what this is.
How old are they?
19,
Oh,
early
they're cool.
20s.
They're cool.
They are very cool.
They're cool.
They're like way cooler than me. I'm quite scared of them.
Yeah. I'm scared of them and I've never met them. And I'm just like, please call me a West Baddie.
Call me West baddie.
I just want to be West Baddie.
Might be good, might be bad. We don't know.
I don't care.
We don't
I just
care.
want to be it.
But I did want to bring up one of your videos. You do the baddie videos, but then there's some videos that you do like people I don't fuck with.
Yes.
And I want to bring up the restaurant version.
Okay.
Because that's our thing. We
It is
love
our
food.
thing. We do.
We do restaurant.
We do.
We love it. And you're like, people I don't fuck with, restaurant edition. 4 people. 1, splitting the bill. 2, insanity.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed for these people.
The calculator, the phone.
People, actually, Lizzy, you actually got a Coke. You're like, okay, cool, sorry, what?
Yeah.
It's so bad.
It is.
It's like, do you know what it is though, Lizzy? It's that like, I get it, 'cause he lives, I get it, the economy's crazy, whatever, but generosity, guys, like be generous.
All works out in the wash.
It all works out. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And when you're with, if you're breaking bread with people, I would hope that you were not counting pennies with them. You were just going the time together. This is beautiful. We've been to dinner so many times. It's never, we're always just like, split 2 ways, love you, babe.
Yeah.
It doesn't,
Bye.
you're never like, you actually got one more wine.
Yeah, and you had more bread.
Oh,
so
fucking hell. Which,
can
that would be
you-
me. That would be me. That would be me. But with you, maybe not actually. It would be even Stevens. Who are we kidding? Yeah, but that's true. Annoying.
The next one is entree or dessert. Don't judge me.
Imagine asking that question to someone. Entree or dessert, which one are you going to get? I'm like,
What? All 3?
this is my
What?
social life.
Entree, main, dessert.
Yeah, like,
Do you mean?
and also with an entree, I'm like, sometimes I get like, if I'm having dinner, let's say you and I went out for dinner, if you suggested 3 to 4 entrees, I would not say no. It's an entree. It's not gonna. It's not gonna come out like a whole roast chicken.
It's mostly sharesy.
It's shizzy wizzies, and it's like it will literally be like a little tart that we have a little bit of tart, then maybe a little bit of some mussels or something, you know. And so I'm just like, why would I choose? I want both.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
Let's split the bill when they go hard. So this is hard. This is a hard one to bring up because like, let's split the bill, but then say you have a pregnant lady on the table and she hasn't drunk a thing.
Yeah.
I feel like people who aren't drinking, they need to put their hands up and be like, I didn't drink, actually.
But don't you think that? So I would take it one step up. I think if you are ordering without abandon, which more power to you, if that's what you feel like. If let's say I'm doing that, I'm celebrating something. I'm with a friend who maybe is like having a rough money month. I'll always order what I want. Then I'll go, babe, you pay for yours. Just pay for your main whatever, and then I'll get the rest. Because I think it's really shitty to make someone who's maybe financially kind of trying to hold back a little bit be like, I didn't actually, that's also unfair. So I feel like it's just a general etiquette both ways. Don't split, like, when it comes to like $15-20, who cares? But then when it comes to like, you ordered a filet mignon with truffle and I ordered like the tomato pasta,
Yeah, exactly.
It should be the person who orders more that goes, don't worry about it. Let me get.
I'll chuck in a bit more.
Yeah. Right?
Exactly. Yes. So fair.
Yeah.
What do you think of this? Like, tit for tat. Like, hey, I'll buy this one. You get it next time.
That's my preferred method.
That's my preferred method.
My preferred method.
Especially on a date.
Yes.
If you know there's going to be a second date.
Yes.
I went on recently date, knew there would be a second date, but he still, after I paid, power move.
Yeah, love that. Oh my God, love that feminist
Of
queen.
Of course I paid. I always pay.
You're like, I got this, Bill. I got this, diva. He's like, what?
Then I get out my orange ING card. It's not like an app.
You're like, can I pay half on this card? Half on this card?
Yeah. Things are tight. Okay. No, but then he sent me, obviously worked out that I have pay ID through my phone number and just like sent me money.
Do you know what? That makes me horny. I love that.
Really? You like that?
Because you know what that is? That's the whole,
I was a little
he sat
offended.
back, see, in my head, he sat back and did the whole, let this modern lady do what she's got to do, you know? And then him, sending actually half of it, actually, do you know what? Maybe not.
Yeah, a little bit of it.
Because part of me was kind of like, it's kind of like a sexy power move, but if he'd sent the whole lot, I would have found that sexy.
Yes. Plus some?
Yeah, plus
Treat
some.
yourself.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, like an extra $5,000, the whole base of something pretty for the
Okay, this turned into something else.
Yeah. Pretty woman is what.
Yeah. I come back with a new outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love that.
I got money to spend.
Okay. This could be good. All right. Last one in your restaurant, people I wouldn't fuck with. Should we share a bottle?
I mean, come
You
on.
just scoffed. You
I'm
were
just
like, should we share a bottle? Yes.
I'm like, can we be real?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also
It's
the
just
thing
more
about
economical.
it is. But
Unless
what?
you drink different kinds of wine.
But I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm like,
I'll
wine
drink all
agnostic.
wines.
Yeah. I'm like completely wine agnostic. If someone's like, only drink white, I'm like, great, let's get a
Mm.
bottle of white. I don't care. But I just think it's annoying when it's being like, sometimes stinginess is more expensive. And it's like, it's literally 4 glasses of wine in a bottle. We're not going to just have one. Whoever has 1 glass of wine, that to me seems crazy.
Yeah.
If you're at dinner with a good friend for like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
Come
3
on.
or 4 hours, 1 glass.
1 glass.
Who can do that? That is a power move. That is self-control.
I know.
I could never.
I
I'd be
could
like,
never either.
I'll leave the car here. I'll just leave it.
Yeah. Dollar. It's fine.
I thought I was going to be good,
Yeah.
and now I'm not. I'll just leave it. Yeah.
But
I'll
that's
get the parking
because
fine.
I would say you're normal. But then I remember once the story about Jennifer Aniston. This is so random, but there's
My friend Jen.
my friend Jenny Annie. There was this one story I read in Vanity Fair about her that is
When what,
imprinted.
circa? Like
this
when
is this is
Friends
circa,
era?
this is Brangelina, fresh after
Oh, okay,
Brangelina.
okay.
Vanity Fair did their big article on her, right? And it was her friend writing the story about her. And I'll never forget. She wrote, "I've never met anyone with more like someone who can kind of say no to things in the moment." And there was one time where she opened a bag of Doritos, had one Dorito and said, "I just fancied one Dorito," and didn't have any more. And that is imprinted in my brain. And I'm like, why am I not more like Jenny Annie?
1 Dorito?
1 Dorito. She had 1 Dorito.
That is even more superhuman than one
I
wine.
can't.
1 Dorito?
So I feel like Jenny Annie, people like her, can go out for dinner and have 1 glass of wine.
I reckon she'd have no glasses of wine. And
Yeah,
she'd
probably.
probably have like 1 salad.
Yeah.
No
They're like,
bread.
"Can I have some warm water with lemon, please?" Cheat day. Oh my
That's
God,
so
Lizzie's crying at the
sad.
thought of it.
I
You're
hope
literally-
she's living her life now.
I feel like
I mean,
she'd
she
be.
probably looks that good because she's been on the lemon waters for years.
Yeah, and etc. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Oh, yeah, a bit of Botox.
A bit of Botox, etc.
Bit of Hollywood.
etc. Hollywood,
Yeah.
yeah. A bit of like,
Yeah.
But she was good in the morning show.
Okay.
I've been watching it. She was good.
Oh, the actual, yes.
Yeah, or Morning
I haven't
Wars
watched
or
that.
whatever it's called. Something.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get to the funny bit. I mean, I don't know what it is yet. I don't know what your situation is yet. But a situation, this is staying the same, shitty situation that you find yourself in. Last time you obviously told the beautiful story about Nacho, Spanish lover. Go back and listen to it. Hilarious. Whoa.
It is
Sad.
hilarious.
It is
It's
hilarious.
It's hilarious now because this is the thing about situations. When you're ready to talk about them,
They're funny.
they're funny because you're
Yeah.
over it and you've got
You've
something good
healed.
from it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Jake Howie. I don't know why I said it like that. Jake Howie.
This is your life. I'm like, what? Is my drama teacher going to pop out from when I was 13? I'm going to start crying like, oh my God.
Jake Howie.
Yeah, Jake Howie.
This is
Is
your
your
life.
I'm like, what?
No, Jake Howie, please tell me your like 1-line synopsis of your situation.
This is really difficult. Like, I still haven't got the line because
Okay.
this is plural situations.
Oh my gosh.
And
What a
that
treat.
This is living with unhinged flatmates in my 20s in London. And there was 3 of them
Oh my
in
gosh.
a succession.
Whoa. Okay. So three after each other.
It was
1,
like
2.
bam, bam. I moved to London. I was a
Okay.
24-year-old fresh off the boat from New Zealand, just like,
Oh, so cute.
all my dreams are going to come true. I think I'm going to work for Vogue. That was what I
Oh.
thought at the time, This is
You were gonna
mid-recession
write
as well.
Your Jennifer Aniston piece.
Yeah, and I was like, I literally was like, I'm going to be Carrie Bradshaw of London.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
What year? So we're going to do it all in an English
Do you know what I mean,
accent. What year did you move to London, yeah?
Lizzy, who was wearing a cheese cutter as we speak, it just appeared, it just manifested. She's wearing a tweed suit. So, okay, what year was this? I moved there in 2009.
Okay.
This is hot off of the global financial crash,
Good.
which was
Great time
such
to
a great
move
time.
there.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to work at Vogue. Like,
Yeah.
Vogue was
They're
like,
hiring?
they were
Right.
like, no, we're
Had
not.
Devil Wears Prada
Prada.
come out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it had. That was, I think, a few years previously.
Okay. Were you inspired?
I was.
I wanna be
was like,
abused.
Yeah, I was like, I want to be abused by Meryl Streep. Yes, Meryl. But I really thought, I was like, I had a journalism degree. I'd worked in a newspaper for a few years, and I thought, I'm going to like live in this beautiful house. And I used this website it was like for finding, like, it was for like queer people to find queer households. And that way I thought, and this is the kicker, I was like, that way I won't live with weirdos. So I thought, they'll all be just like me. And the first house I moved into was a house full of Spanish people, which, after my last situations, this is it. There's a theme. I seem to be attracting Spanish
fun,
weirdos. Yeah. But it was this guy, and I went there and I gave him what I would call a bond. I think you probably call in Australia a bond. Like, when you,
bond.
they
Yeah.
call like a deposit over there.
Deposit.
Yeah. Sorry, that was Australian accent. Deposit. They call it a deposit. Deposit.
Deposit.
And I thought it was weird because he was like, just give me like £2,000 for the 6 weeks or like 8 weeks or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay.
Is that a lot?
That's a lot.
Yeah,
At that
okay.
time when, it was probably,
2009.
I mean, inflation, who knows? It would probably be worth, it would have been probably like the equivalent of maybe $6,000.
That's not a I'm rich question. Is that a lot? Tell me.
Like, is that like, how much is
you
milk? Like, I don't know,
know?
like $1? Lizzy Hoo, she's doing good. Yeah, she's killing
You're
it.
on the Lizzy Hoo Show.
She's dripping with jewels. That's the.
No, she's not.
She's not.
Actually, I've got earrings on and my dead auntie's bracelets, but you know.
Yeah, of course.
Are you happy? Are you
Yeah,
laughing?
I am. Gold plated. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're given the
Give him the
deposit.
bond, deposit, whatever. And the first night I was there, I was like, he's quite erratic.
Oh.
And I was kind of like, okay, that's okay. And there was like 3 of us living there. One of them was always out partying,
Okay, which is
fine.
Which is London.
Yeah, it's London. It's
Yeah.
fine. But in a way that in hindsight was a bit weird.
okay.
Like every night.
Every night,
night.
leaving late, coming home. in the morning?
Yeah. And there would
Okay.
always just be kind of like strange people. And I'd be like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
One of them was actually, no, there was one guy from South Africa who
Mm.
was obsessed with Kelly Clarkson.
Oh yeah.
Which I kind of was like, okay, cool, But then it got a little bit, he would like come knocking on my door in the middle of the night to talk, and I'd be asleep, and I'd be like, what?
About Kelly Clarkson.
About Kelly Clarkson. He's like, since you've been gone, I'm like, well, you're not gone. So
You're at my door.
you're at my door. It was very weird. And then I just started to notice slowly over time, I'm like, this is weird. Like something felt weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then about 3 weeks in, I heard all of this yelling in Spanish, right? And I was thinking, what's going on? I open the door. There's like 5 Spanish women yelling at this guy who had taken my deposit, right? And I was kind of like, it was maybe like, 5. This was maybe at like 8 o'clock, kind of getting ready for bed sort of vibe. I go out. He's standing there naked.
What?
This is the guy, I cannot remember his name, standing there naked with a boner.
Oh.
He-
So the women, they were arriving or leaving?
They were arriving, right? And
Okay.
so my room was kind of in between the front door and his room, which was like the master bedroom, right? And so I go out, I look, they're yelling just outside my door. He's standing at his door, completely naked with a giant boner,
Okay.
right? Inside his room, I'm not kidding you, is about 6 people.
What?
6 people, all naked. And I'm 24, like fresh from New Zealand,
Zealand, I'm here to write for
suburban. Oh
Vogue.
yeah, I'm going to write about experiences to do with fashion. And I was just like, what the hell? And what was going on was he had not been paying her the rent. He'd been taking all of the money and he had been cooking meth in the kitchen.
What?
And I had actually seen it and I didn't realize what it was.
Oh no, because you're so innocent.
Because I was so innocent. And
but
like,
were you high?
I was, yeah,
in the-
I was tweaking.
Yes.
I didn't realize, and I wasn't really home a great deal. So it wasn't as if I was like spending all my days and nights at home. I was in my 20s in London. I was always out meeting friends at pubs,
that's
whatever.
what you do.
But there was always this like little table full of like crystallized things. and I
What
just
did you
was-
think it was?
Honestly, I just didn't think. Like I was just like, that's
He was
weird.
like, oh, there's
I was
a
like,
bit of icing
what is
sugar.
that? Yeah, I was kind of like, is that like some dessert from
Oh, is
Spain?
it a
I just, yeah, like some Spanish dessert.
Special Spanish salt.
I would like
what it
dress my
is?
carbonara like the whole. Just put some Spanish salt.
Everything, you're just dusting it with special Spanish
And all of a
salt.
sudden, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, in my head, I'm just like. But I didn't really realize, and luckily, actually, it's actually really dangerous living in houses with like
because they have to people who have lived in those houses, they have to get special cleaners in
yeah.
to come and do the walls and everything.
Yeah. And so I was living in that house. And so he was sitting there naked,
God.
having an orgy. And then she all of a sudden was just like, she was like, the deposit you gave, he never gave that to us. You have to repay it. And I was just like, what? And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to secretly leave because I was like, this is too weird for me.
Okay.
So I ended up finding a new house and I left.
So did you pay a deposit and rent on top
And
of
rent.
that? Oh my gosh. What
Yeah.
an intro to London.
I know.
Chews you up, spits you out.
Spits you out. But it was so formative because it was like such a London thing. I remember like I probably left maybe like a week after and when I'd found a new place. And I remember walking down with like my one little baggage, hysterically crying, just being like, like being like, and then in my head going, how did I not realize there was people constantly coming and going? The rent was cheap. There was always like crystallized salt. What did I think it was? But I didn't know, you know? And then, and I remember just seeing an orgy for the first time, just being like, wow.
But what's that?
And I'm like, I remember thinking, what's the dynamic? Like, what is the configuration?
How did you not notice all those people going in to the house? I just love that they're having an orgy and you're getting ready for bed.
I know. I was literally watching the OC. I was watch the OC, you know. But they were quite quiet, in all fairness.
Okay, that's
It was kind of like
respectful.
a silent disco, but fucking. They were all just so quiet.
Sounds a bit lame.
I know, it must not have been fun, but I think they were all on drugs.
Probably.
Anyway.
How crazy is that?
Crazy.
Where were you? What suburb?
So I was in a suburb called...
If you know London.
It's Stockwell.
Stockwell.
Do you know what I mean? Stockwell, babe.
Stockwell.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Lovely
They don't talk like that in Stockwell, do
Stockwell,
they?
No. But that's how we're going to talk.
Any purists are going to be like, actually, you will find that in the London Borough.
Quite posh.
Yeah. Well, they're not posh.
No,
they're just...
Stockwell's...
It's kind of near
quite
Clapham.
cool.
So they actually talk like us. Because
Yeah,
it's Clapham.
exactly.
It's full of Kiwis and Aussies.
Okay, so after that...
So then...
So that's housemate number one.
So this is number one. And this is the thing about this situation is that this is literally in the same year this happened.
Okay.
So this was maybe my first kind of year, 18 months in London. So that one was a pretty quick one. I was in and out of that and it was just...
You learned your lesson.
I learned my lesson. Like, don't trust people as much as I probably had.
Growing up.
And I was growing up and I was formative years, you know. And then I was like, okay, cool. Be more discerning of who you live with. So the next one I lived with was this guy from Portugal.
Okay, so you get back on the website.
So I get back on the website.
Same
I'm
website.
like, I'll go with, queer people again because, whatever. And I found this guy from Portugal and he was like, yeah, come and live in my house. I went to the house. He seemed quite normal.
Okay, where are we?
We're now in Kennington.
Okay.
So that's, if you know London, like Kennington, Stockwell, Vauxhall. It's quite close to the city. It's very quite gay. So this guy was Portuguese and he was really handsome. And I remember kind of thinking, am I going to fuck my flatmate? Like that was kind of, I was kind of, if anything, I was
this
kind
is a step up.
I kind of moved in there kind of like with a fantasy of like, we're totally going to hook up. I'm going to have this Portuguese husband. This is going to be fucking hot, I was like, to the bang, And he was really nice, really handsome. He had like a really like normal guy job.
Okay.
Of like...
A Monday to Friday.
Yeah, Monday to Friday. He worked for like an airline or something, like doing
corporate
accounts or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, he's got his shit.
He's steady.
He's got his shit together.
Wow. How old?
He was probably, I was 24. He was probably maybe 30.
Okay.
Nice. This is a lesson. And sometimes the most normal people actually are the most unhinged. And when I say normal, I mean people that, nice guy, good job, good family, but actually
covering up.
It was wild.
I worked in an accounting firm and you think accountants are normal.
No.
Not.
No.
They're crazy.
The only thing they can do is numbers.
I've ever been to.
Everything else.
Off the charts.
Off the charts.
Drink.
He was actually kind of teetotal. He didn't do drugs, or anything like that, which like
That's
made
good
me feel
after the last house.
I'm like, I've never been a druggie, and so I always kind of like that vibe, druggie.
Clearly,
I'm like, I'm a druggie, guys. Everyone's like, no, you're not.
I've never been a druggie.
I know, and I'm telling people, everyone's like, you're giving Christian energy. Actually, like I seem like the kind of person that would come into your house and be like, have you heard the news? He's back, or something. That's what I look like. But I've also never been like a bad boy druggie, so he felt quite, whatever, like he felt like a sure thing, like something, and again he was
stable,
especially
after your last house,
especially after being in a drug den, right?
Yeah.
And I was kind of attracted to him, which I think is where I probably my better judgment. I feel like
I was just saying to a friend earlier, like I am a really pragmatic person, very sensible often, but as soon as they have a crush, out the window. I'm like, whatever you want.
I know.
I'll do it.
Whatever you want. Yeah. I got it. Yeah. The minute there's a whiff of dick, I'm like, I'm like, Lisboa. He's like, what? I'm like, my dream's to live in Lisbon. He's like, okay. Oh, he was actually from as well, like, what's that for, like, the Portuguese islands that, like, it's really dangerous to land in?
Oh.
It's the name of the cake. Madeira.
Oh.
He was from Madeira.
Okay.
And I remember I thought it was quite endearing. I was like, he's like an island boy. He's not from the mainland. Like, and he was kind of sweet, really hot. He had a really beautiful cleft in his chin.
Oh.
Which is there anything more masculine than that? Clear, I'm just like, almost want to lick it.
It was really.
I know.
Is it Danny Zuko? Is it just yeah?
He was so giving John Travolta.
Okay.
He was. That's exactly. He looked. That was his look. He was kind of like hairy but very manicured, and he was very like
I'm on board.
yeah. And I remember like going like even I'd have a shower with a really little like towel. This is so slutty. Sorry. And I do the whole like. How do I turn the hot water on? Like, giving a little baddie face, and he would be like, the tap. And I'd be like, oh, it's so different in New Zealand. In New Zealand, you just like think and it comes on. And both taps, yeah. And he was kind of into it. And then he ended up having a Polish boyfriend, actually, who was really cool, who actually I'm still friendly with online. Oh, okay. On like Facebook, whatever. Facebook, what am I, boomer? Instagram. Kind of, yeah. Kind of, yeah, almost. And there's no way, like, it has to be long story short, because I started to kind of feel him getting a little bit weird with me, and I didn't know why. And then I ended up kind of meeting a Brazilian guy after a couple of months, dating him. I'd bring him to the house, and then I'd start to have friends over, as you do in your home, right? Mm-hmm. And every time I'd have friends over, he would get really shitty the next day and be like, you didn't do the dishes straight away. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, sorry, I like sometimes if you had friends over, you might do the dishes the morning after, which is, this is a lot of people at home. This is a kind of hot topic, I think, for house shares, right? Like, totally. What is the good etiquette? And I think like if you have a dinner party and you don't do the dishes to the morning after, to me that's okay.
Yeah. You can do like a shimmy.
Yeah, like I would put them they'd all be in the, obviously in the, the food would be put back in the fridge. It wouldn't be like hot mess, it's all on the table. Exactly. But I just like would leave them in the sink. Yeah. Because, people leave, you're a bit tipsy, whatever. And he hit the roof. And that was when I was kind of like, this is weird. But it didn't feel like normal, Jake, do the dishes, come on. Like, it felt very, like that was the kind of, yeah. And I was kind of like, this is weird, okay. And it got progressively worse and worse and worse. And then I started to befriend his boyfriend at the time, this lovely guy from Poland who was like, he was a vibe, like really fun. And him and I used to like laugh and sometimes would stay out for a drink outside together. Cute. And then he started being like, like he started getting weird about that and being like, can you like, when we're together, it's actually our time. Can you like step back? And I'd be like, of course. Controlling. Yeah. And then I'd be like, oh, but then his like boyfriend, whose name was, I think it was Pavel, he'd always be like, I want to hang out with Jake. Like, it's fun, would get so weird. And then it all culminated into this one night where I had my ex-boyfriend, Pedro, who's from Brazil, over for dinner. I love that. It's kind of a brag. Pedro Nacho. Pedro, I know. From Brazil. Pedro. He was a sweetie. I know.
Jake from New Zealand.
And I met Jake from New Zealand and Pedro from Brazil. And we had a really kind of weird relationship. And we were never like fully in love. But like it was kind of fun. It was fun.
Young.
Yeah, we were young.
What a fun.
Young, hung. Full of cum. Have you heard that expression? It's a very young, hung, full of cum. Anyway, is this going to be the rudest episode of the season? Probably. He came in for dinner one night, me and Pedro, and we were like, it was all romantic, having and he came home and he walked in, he was in, when someone's energy he was permeating anger. And I was like, being a people pleaser, I was being all, can I get you some pasta? Do you want a glass of wine? Yeah, I'm like, do you want me to fucking like shave your beard? Like, what can I do for you? I'll clean your room. Like, And then he was just like, this is so typical you. Ooh. And I was like, oh. Like,
how long have you lived together?
I'd lived there probably at this point 4 months maybe.
Okay. Typical you.
Typical you. I'm like, okay, 4 months, babe. Okay. Like, and also, and this was, can I just, for reference, but I'm saying like I had friends over all the time. This is probably in 4 months, maybe the 5th time I'd had someone over for dinner. That's, from a ratio point of view, that we're talking once every 3 weeks. Yeah. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. And sometimes it had been my friends, sometimes it had been Pedro, whatever. Whatever. And he was like, you. And Pedro was also like very shy and meek. And so he was just like, ugh. And then at this point is when I was like, this is actually fucked. And so I just was like, what was his name? I can't remember his name. I can picture his face, but I can't remember his name. But I remember going, I'll call him Angelo, okay? Angelo. Angelo, what's your problem? Like, this is wild. Like, I understand you've just come home from work. I understand you've had a busy day. I understand that, yeah, we were still eating. So it was like, yeah, the dishes haven't been done. I get it. But we're still eating. Even after your last, when I didn't do the dishes for my dinner, like whatever. And then he starts to go, do you realize what people think of you? And I'm not kidding you, Lizzy. This went from 0 to 100 I was going, and you know when someone kind of like pops off on you unexpected, you're kind of, for the first 10 minutes of this, I was just going, what the fuck happened? I don't get it. And he was like, you realize that no one really likes you. Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, what? And then he was like, you know, your boyfriend probably doesn't even like you. You know, Pavel doesn't really like you. He hangs out with you to be nice. And your friends that come over, they don't really like you. I can tell. People don't like you. You're always talking. You think you're so fucking funny. And he starts screaming at me.
Oh my God.
And I'm 24, so I don't really have the emotional maturity to
shut
like.
down.
Yeah, I was taking it all. I was just going, and in my head thinking, what have I done to this guy? I don't understand. And then as he was yelling at me through my head, I was like, I've never seen one of his friends. I've never met any of his friends. He's never out. He only goes to work. Pavel, his really sweet boyfriend, is maybe over once a week. Even he doesn't want to spend time with it. You know, like,
Exactly.
come on. Probably like he's here for the Portuguese beard and then he's just like, you know, whatever. You know, like that, you know. And he's very beautiful. So like, obviously, you know, but very, you know. And then he just starts ripping into like the essence of who I am.
Oh my God, that's
And
so
it
brutal.
was so...
Worst review ever.
Literally. And I was sitting there going, oh, no one like me? Like, because I'm 24. And then Pedro kind of goes, whoa, this is like, you know, calm down. Like,
I
this
like
is, you know,
you.
yeah, like, I like him. Like, he's so fun, you know, like, you know, like, and I'm like, thank you, Pedro. Like, yeah, fun, you know. And then all of a sudden, I start getting angry. And I'm just like, fuck you. And I'm like, what is Nate? His name was Nate.
Of course.
It was Nate, which was like, I think it was
Nate.
It was Nate. And it was short for something in Portuguese, Nathaniel, or something, Nathaniel in Portuguese. And I just go, what the fuck are you talking about? This is insane, right? And I'm like, you are being so disrespectful. Are you jealous of me? Are you jealous of me? It sounds like you're jealous that I have friends that want to come here to eat dinner. And this is when it gets really, he goes, and can I just say, I'm gay. I'm quite a gentle person. I've never once been in a physical fight. Have you?
No.
Okay. She's lying. She had to
No,
think. She was
I
like,
used to play hockey, so
she's like,
I've done a few shoulders.
who told you?
I've done a few shoulders and hips, but I've never actually
like,
been
in like a club or something, you know?
No.
Like, no, me neither,
No.
right? He goes, take this outside. Let's take this outside.
yeah.
And I'm going, what?
Jake
And I'm just
Howie.
like going, I don't want to get punched. Like, what?
My God.
And so I was like, fuck you. This is crazy. And we go into my bedroom. Pedro and I pack up my stuff and I left that night. And it was terrifying because he was literally like rolling up his sleeves vibes.
Oh my God.
It was really scary. And I was just like, and to this day, I still don't know what happened. I can't explain what happened, but I think with my mature brain, I think he was jealous of the fact that I had a full life. That's what it was, I
Totally
think.
jealous of you.
Because-
And he was a violent, crazy guy.
He was a violent, crazy person. And I think just, you know, whenever people are like that, I think when they see someone who is living as themselves and I like to think I'm quite authentic.
Yeah.
And I think he was just felt really weird about it because he was saying things like, no one really likes you. And it's that sort of thing of like, when someone attacks you in that way, they're just projecting what they think of themselves.
Yeah.
It was, I think, a genuine case of him
You're
going,
right.
no one really likes you. Even your boyfriend doesn't want to be with you. Your friends don't think you're funny. And at the time, I don't think I had the maturity to understand that. Whereas looking back, I'm like, oh, everything he was saying to me is what he thought of himself.
Exactly.
And seeing
nailed
me
it.
be everything to my friends and loved ones that he was not to his, I think probably sent him over the edge because the vitriol, you know, that little bum chin was quivering. It was quivering. He was just like snarl. You know, when people snarl at you, he was like, no
Angry.
one likes you.
Wow.
I'm going,
That's crazy behavior.
Crazy.
No wonder you just packed up your stuff.
Packed
I'm
myself-
really glad Pedro was there.
oh, I know Pedro, bless his soul. He was such a sweetie. And then I ended up living with him for a bit, but
Okay.
we'd only been together for like a few months. So it was
Yeah.
like, you know, I was like, I'm going to get out. And then, and I think this could be the weirdest one maybe.
Okay, so that was number two.
So it was number two.
Correct.
This
This
is
is all in your first
This
year
is in 1 year.
of London.
1 year.
Wow. How much did you grow up in that year?
From 24 to 25 was like 30,000 lifetimes
Yeah.
for me because
Going
it was, but this is the point of London, right? Like, you know,
It
you've
makes
lived in
you grow
London
up.
before.
Yeah, I did a year and
Yeah.
I couldn't. I had housemate, two Italian guys. What was his name? Giovanni, who sold hash on the side. So there were always people coming.
This
To the
sounds like it's mirroring my
There were always people in my room that I shared with my friend. I shared a room with my friend That's how poor we were. We were on top of the door, so we always heard people like ding dong, middle of the night, ding dong. They come, just stand at the front
And then
of
you
the
hear
door.
that.
Yeah.
£20.
Yeah.
This is good stuff. You know?
And then Luca, who is Italian, gay, and in love with Celine Dion.
Okay, cool. Do you know what? I'm horny for him. That sounds like my
He
kind
was
of guy.
gorgeous. He was gorgeous, but he would play Celine Dion off his laptop. This was 2006.
Cool.
Off his laptop.
Still no excuse.
So loud. And anytime he was home on the weekend, Celine Dion the whole day. He was beautiful, though. I did love Luca.
Just all of a sudden at 3 a.m, when you touch me like fish.
Yeah.
And you're like,
That's
Luca's
exactly
up. Luca's up and high.
Lucas,
Clearly, yeah.
Yep. He saved me one time, though, because so he had moved out. And I went out with new colleagues. You know when you temp in London and you're just like, I'm trying to meet new people. And I went out with these new colleagues. I was working on reception at an advertising agency.
Oh, God, it's sounding very annoying and cokey.
Yeah. 2006. And I went out, was desperately trying to make friends. And I went out with the male guy for drinks.
Oh, yeah.
I was the receptionist.
Yeah.
He was the male guy.
Yeah. This sounds like a porn movie in the making.
I know,
it
sounds so bad. The guy that would come with the trolley and be like, here's a package for you.
I've got a package for you, receptionist.
Yeah. He's like, what are you doing after the show? Also an Australian.
Yeah.
And so we went to the pub and he got so drunk.
Oh, okay.
And then I got really drunk.
Of course, yeah. Solidarity.
I know. And then I caught a cab home and I didn't have enough money to catch a cab home, but I was in such a state. And then I vomited in the cab. And I did one of those things and the cabbie's like, you just vomited in my
Okay, geezer.
You just vomited in my cab. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I was like complete denial.
It was
what
here.
do you mean?
I found it when I got into the cab.
Yeah,
It was here when
this? Not me.
It's not vomit. It's sparkles.
Yeah, and he literally kicked me out. And who happened to be there where he kicked me out?
Luca, when you touch me like this.
Yes, I know. And he just knew where I lived, thank God.
Yeah.
And he walked me home.
Oh, Luca.
And then he knocked on the door and Giovanni answered. And was
God,
like,
this sounds hot to me. I'm like, I've got a boner as we speak, an Italian boner. Yum.
I know.
Giovanni and Luca.
Yes.
I feel like in London, for starters, isn't it such a crazy concept, the idea of how often, like I got a cab here today. The fact that cabs now are so affordable compared to, like, in London, I remember being like, imagine getting a black cab. That was like Harrods. Like, it was kind of like
black cab was
so
fancy.
expensive. But also I feel like it's a rite of passage. I once vomited literally. I was at like a fashion week event, Slay. I know my friend, she was like bottom of the barrel at some creepy agency that like did one party.
Who cares?
She was like, come along, and they were serving Bellinis. Which is, can I just say, so 2009?
So
do you remember like
a Bellini?
It's a new Italian cocktail. It tastes like peach, and it was just like nom nom nom.
Peach Bellini.
But to this day, I'm like actually dry retching because it was. I had probably like 23 of them on no dinner, which is very the London life,
acid.
Yeah. And I remember I got into a double decker. And I remember I was going to Vauxhall. This is when I lived actually with the Portuguese guy.
Yeah.
I remember going, and as the bus pulled into Vauxhall Station and the doors opened, it was like divine intervention. I vomited as the doors opened onto the, and it was all just like peach Bellini. So I actually feel sick just thinking about it. And then everyone had to like, I remember turning around afterwards, kind of like still with chunks on my face, turning around. And I remember seeing people doing the whole step over. You know when you have to step over vomit? And it being like, that's Fashion Week vomit at least. It's designer.
In a splash zone.
Oh God, it was so. But I literally remember the door open and me going, "Am I going to make this?" So yeah, it was gross.
Gosh,
charming geezer. Anyway,
third housemate.
Okay, third housemate. So, after I had been living in the drug den, which was really traumatic from like an innocence point of view, I really kind of learned a few things,
100%.
Then I'd lived with someone who was just deeply troubled, I think, and had taken it on me.
Violent,
yeah. I was kind of desperate to find a new place. And so I went back to the same website.
I was kind of desperate to find a new place. So I didn't change anything about my process.
No, I just went back to the same thing. I was just like, third time's the charm, But this was possibly the weirdest one. And it's kind of hard to explain this one because it's kind of more of a vibe. But I was living with a Spanish guy called Ismail, who is still a dear friend of mine. We ended up living together after this for another 2 or 3 years. So the beauty is that I got his friendship from this.
Beautiful.
And this old, not old, he was probably at the time, to be honest with you, he was probably my age now. He's probably 40, but felt old at the time. Guy from Switzerland, right? The Swiss guy, and he would, when I went for the interview, he was very stern. And I said, oh, what's your background in terms of like, you know, your work or whatever? And he was like a military kid, was born and raised in the military, worked in the military, then moved to London. Very regimented, very gay, as in like it was a gay house. And I remember like when he was kind of showing me around, the room was really nice. It was a really nice area. I was living in Blackheath at this time, which is like a little bit southeast. It's a really nice area. And it was really beautiful. And the house was nice. So I thought, okay, this surely, how unlucky am I going to be? And it didn't take very long. The first red flag was every week we'd have a flat meeting. Which is always a red flag to me. It's very army. And also like, I'm not your friend. What are we going to talk about?
Like AGM minutes?
Literally. It was literally like him being like, so, and he'd always be, he was the first one started, he was like, this isn't our home, it's a house.
Oh God. Okay.
And I was kind of like, you really don't understand who I am. I'm like, this is my home. You know, I was feeling like, oh, okay. And then he was like, so just so Jake knows, you know, when you cook, you clean up straight away. There was all these rules, and I kind of thought, oh, whatever.
What about if you have a dinner party?
Yeah, I'm like, what about if but at this time, I was like, I kind of knew, I was like, this guy's not fun and games. So like, all good.
Yeah.
And then it was the second flat meeting. He was like, Jake, I need to bring something up to you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And for the listeners' perspective, I'm very hairy.
Oh, okay.
Right? I've got a bush, a big bush, a big, lively bush.
This is not where I thought we were going. I was like, oh, okay. I'm imagining it.
You're imagining
I'm
it.
visioning
Just
it.
picture my bush.
Bush.
Okay? Picture
hairy
my bush. I've got like, I'm a Viking heritage, right?
Okay.
Like my ancestors were from Denmark. They are Vikings.
I love
So
this.
I have hairy shoulders, hairy back,
Picture
hairy
the hat.
everything. Yeah, big bush. Have I said bush enough, Lizzy?
No, not at all.
Have you seen
Keep
my bush?
saying it.
Yeah. So when you're a very hairy person, hair is just everywhere.
Oh, I get it. My hair's always on the floor.
Always on the floor.
Every housemate I've had is like, oh my gosh, your black hairs.
Yeah. And so
How do you have any hair on your head?
exactly. And this is like my short and curlies. Like we're talking chest hair, we're talking you know what we're talking.
Bush.
Let's not beat around the bush. Yeah. You guys can picture it. And like even if you make a really concerted effort, which I did, to ensure or they were all washed away, sometimes there's a few little stragglers, right?
Yeah.
And I remember he was just like, this is not okay. This is not okay. So I was like, oh, okay, shit. Okay, cool. So I was so paranoid. I would literally be doing everything. Then he was like, I could hear you in the shower this morning. So I was like, I'm trying to be super quiet. Then one night I went to pee and I was like, I'm not going to close the door because you know, it was those doors that go ga-dunk when they close.
Okay.
So I thought I'll just close a little bit and then I'll just wee. And then the next day he was like, I could hear you wee last night. It was really disgusting. And I was like, oh, okay. I feel like shit. Oh my God. So like there was all these little red flags along the way that felt weird. And I was just kind of scared of him, to be honest with you.
Too many rules.
Micromanage. And it was like the kind of rules that are like, this makes no sense. Like, how am I supposed to wash my body, you know? And then one day I came home and he was like, you've got to stop charging your laptop while you're at work. And I was like, but my laptop's in my room. He was like, yeah, I had to go in there to check something.
What?
And I was like, you had to go into my room to check what? Like, what were you checking in my room? He was like, I had to go and check the power outlet. And I was like, well, why didn't you let me know? Well, why are you charging your laptop? So I was like, oh, this guy's crazy. Like, this is crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then my sister came to stay for a night and I told him, of course, and she was like, that guy's got serial killer energy.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh my God, he so does. He almost looked like, you know, in like serial killer movies, he almost looked like he was wearing a short wig. Does that make sense?
Like,
you know,
like a cap.
Yeah, like almost like a,
Oh,
you know,
like more bowl?
Bowl, kind of a really intense bowl cut.
All I can think of is Dumb and Dumber.
Yes, that
Really?
actual haircut, right? Literally in the same hair color, everything, right? But very stern and very much like that, yeah. And I was like, oh, so I got so scared of him, and then finally, all these little things, right? And then I was just like, when my sister said that, you know, when someone kind of, you know, the light was now, I was like,
Okay.
I can see this guy for what he is now. Okay. So I was like, this guy's weird. Then we had a flat meeting and he was complaining about something else. And I said to him, I was like, look, I forget the name of all these people. I'm so sorry. Rodney, let's say. Look, Rodney, we are paying to be here. Legally, this is our house. This is our home. Secondly, this is our home. And then I was like, secondly, I pissed with the door open the other day because I was so worried about waking you up from the door. I'm trying to be considerate. Like, it's okay that I fucked it up, but there's no need to be like, say I'm the most disgusting person you've ever met because I pissed with the door open because I didn't want to wake you up. Like, that was, okay, fine, whatever. Secondly, I'm here. It's not my fault. I'm doing the best I can. But hair happens. Sometimes there'll be a little hair, right? And I was like, secondly, you're scary. You're making us not feel like we can just live in our house. Like, yes, we're sharing the house, but fucking hell. Like, if I don't do the dishes straight away, sue me, you know? And then he was just like, this is not okay. I'm going to stop it here, right? And I was like, okay, fine. And then
He's lost control.
He lost control. So he was kind of like, you know, very army, military. Then the next day, I get a text from him. The house is flooded.
What?
The house is flooded. And I was like, this is weird. So I went straight home. My room and Ismail's room completely flooded. Like, we're talking like 2 inches of water, like on the floor.
From above?
I actually don't, it felt like it had come from like the bathroom or something. So it was kind of on the floor.
Same level.
Yeah, but it was like a scary level. It was like getting to the point where it was getting close to the power outlets and stuff. His room, unscathed. Unscathed. He lives closer to the bathroom too. So we're like, what? And he's like, I've had the police over or whatever it was, like the, you know, fire engine over whatever. The house is, I'm going to say this word, inhabitable. Uninhabitable. You guys have to find somewhere else to live.
What?
And I was like, what the, and I could, the minute, it was like going to a crime scene and the person that like committed the crime's going, I don't know what happened. You can see right through it, you know? And I was like, okay, cool.
And his room is fine.
His room is fine, right? So he's like, I can stay, someone has to stay, you know? And so I was like, okay. And this is the day after I confronted him, the day after.
What?
And then I was like, okay, cool. And then me and Ismail found a new place to live. Luckily, it was like the most stressful 48 hours. We found a place, ended up living in a place that was fine. We lived there for 2 years. It was all good. But then a few weeks later, I was on Grindr because I was single at this point on Grindr. And because we lived near him, I saw him on there, right? And his name it was Rodney, or it started with an R. I can't remember what it was, Rodney or something like that. But all of a sudden, on his Grindr profile, and this is when it will make you feel sick. It was a picture of him in the bathroom that I recognized. And the name was Jake Kiwi. That was his name. Yep, Jake Kiwi. And I was like, what the fuck? And then it was said in the thing, my name's Jake, I'm a Kiwi and I love topping. And I was like going, and I was like, there is no way that he has done that. Like, it's me. It's about me. Yeah.
Did he steal any of your identity?
He didn't steal my identity or anything like that. I think it was just like, it was almost like the Portuguese guy where it felt like there was something about me standing up to him that probably, maybe in a weird way, I think I might have turned him on.
Oh, probably.
Because I'm like, he's like fucking people thinking like Jake Topper Kiwi, like something.
Whoa.
And I was just like, oh my God. But that's also when my sister said serial killer, I'm like, that is deeply disturbed behavior.
Crazy
deeply disturbed behavior.
Psychopath.
And the reason why it's situations for me is because maybe separately these things were kind of like, that's a bit unlucky. But 3 happening in the space of probably what would have been maybe 9 to 10 months was it was
full
unhinged. One of them was like a drug house where there was orgies happening all the time and I just didn't see it. One of them was someone who like projected all of the stuff onto me and ended up like asking me, take it outside. Then the third one ends up putting a Grindr profile, Jake Kiwi Topper, let me fuck you till the sun comes home.
And floods your room.
And floods my fucking room. Yeah. And all of my clothes and everything. Like it was all, so I'd like rewash everything. It was like horrendous. And I remember with the flooding, going in and being like, where is this coming from? And it wasn't obvious. It wasn't like, oh, the bathroom has, you know.
Do you think he got a hose?
I think he might have. I think he might have. Yeah. Because it wasn't like, you know when something floods, it's like, oh, the kitchen sink. It wasn't like that. The kitchen was fine, the bathroom was fine. It was the 2 rooms on one side of the house that me and Ismail lived in.
That's so weird. And he told you didn't see the firemen come to the house?
No. He just said you have
that.
to leave. But at that point, I think I'd had enough. And this is the thing about these experiences. I think with each one, I clued up a little bit more. I think I really was naive to people and I kind of thought everybody had the best of intentions. And meeting 3 really unwell people in such a quick succession was literally like a master's in humanity of like not everyone's a good person.
Yeah.
And I think I was trying to see the good in all these people and make excuses for behaviors that when I'm telling you the story, I feel almost embarrassed. So
No.
I was like, I saw the meth.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, Jake, like wake up and
That is
smell the ice. You know, like, come on.
That is actually pretty funny. I just love the thought of you making your little tea in there.
Yeah.
Having a little coffee and being like, I wonder what's on that tray.
Those bath crystals, the body shop.
fun.
Yeah.
DIY. That's so cool.
Oh, that's okay. You must be really artsy, you know?
Yeah.
And then also people coming and going. Like I would answer the door to strange people constantly. Just thought, oh, they've got a lot of friends. This is, God, you know. And then the second one, there was behaviors that slowly but surely and I think this is the thing that I think for me really sums up these three stories is life is not about what people say. It really is the essence that they offer you. And I think
That's good.
I really
like
feel that though. And I truly believe that like, you know, we are as comedians, as, you know, whatever, content creators, all this sort of stuff. We're baddies, we're storytellers. We're telling people stories through our face, through our bodies, whatever. So it's natural that we can absorb people's energies.
Oh, we have to read the room.
We have to read the room, yeah. And this is before I started comedy, but it was certainly kind of in that era when I was thinking of doing it. And I think I should have trusted myself that people telling you everything's okay and everything actually being okay is a very different thing. And I think that year was ultimately the year that I learned to trust my gut with people.
Yes.
And to be like, you're saying a whole lot of words, but your vibe is off.
Jake Howie.
Was that fun?
That was so much fun. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, I love you.
I really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you for being my first return guest.
Do you know what? I'll come back as many times as you want me to.
Yeah, I would have that.
Yeah. Sadly, I have so many more stories as well.
Oh my God.
I know.
Please come back.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
You can find me anywhere you want. Instagram and TikTok, Jake Howie Comedy.
For the baddie content.
Bit
it's
of
really
baddie
funny.
content. Yeah, I mean, my content, it's baddie. I also do a lot of ranting about things that piss me off.
Yes.
Which, to be honest with you, in 2025 is popping off. People love to hear.
I love a rant.
People love rage.
fun.
I think rage is the new.
We're all so angry.
We are, and I think sometimes it's cathartic seeing someone go, fuck, shit! Just, you know, like to kind of express what they think. So, but a lot of funny, silly content. And also, I'm going to be doing my Burning Bridges show.
Great.
Which Lizzy Hoo has seen and gave.
And
She actually gave
amazing.
6 stars.
Yeah,
out of 5. First time it's ever been done.
I stand by it.
Stand by it, yeah, as you should. You were yelling in the audience. It was beautiful. But I'm doing that again at a couple of different festivals as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Oh, and I've got I'm in a TV show, a New Zealand TV show. Yeah, haven't I told you this?
No.
I was just in New Zealand filming a little spot and a little TV show that's coming out in New Zealand, which hopefully will come out in Australia.
What is it? Can
But
you say?
I don't know if I can actually. Am I allowed to say? It's a beautiful little TV show.
Okay.
I won't say the name of it. Just I don't know if the name's been confirmed
But
yet.
if people follow you, they'll keep.
But follow me because
Yeah.
I do a little cameo as like a baddie flight attendant.
Oh, I saw this on your
Yeah,
Insta.
it was so much fun,
Yes.
and it's really funny,
Yay,
really funny.
Jake.
Yeah,
That's
so
amazing.
and lots of other things.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. See you next time.
Bye, thanks.
Bye. Bye.